စိတ်ကူးနဲ့ယူကြစို့တင်မော၄ရက်10လ2001ခေတ်ပြန်ကြတယ်အတွဲတဲ့ပုံဒီဇင်ဘာ2001အားလုံးကလေးသားကျေးဇူးတင်ရှိပါတယ်ခင်ဗျာကျေးဇူးတင်ပါတယ်ဆက်လက်ပြီးတော့ကျွဲကြော်ကန်များနဲ့အတူကိုမောင်မောင်ကြီးကခံပေးတော့မယ်Please say it. Please say it. We won. We won. Holy justice. Holy justice. No justice. No justice. No peace. No peace. Honda, Honda. Honda, Honda. Burma must be free. Burma must be free. Freedom, justice, democracy. Burma must be free. Burma must be free. Cambodia must be free. Cambodia must be free. Burma must be free. Burma must be free. Cambodia must be free. Justice, democracy. Cambodia must be free. Freedom, justice, democracy. Cambodia must be free. Burma must be free. Freedom, justice, democracy. Burma must be free. Burma must be free. Cambodia must be free. Cambodia must be free. Honda, Honda. Honda, Honda. Stop, stop. Stop, stop. Demand, demand. Demand, demand. Burmese people must unite. Burmese people must unite. Show me what unity looks like. Show me what unity looks like. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Okay, ဆက်လက်ပြီးတော့ကျွန်တော်ဖိတ်ခေါ်ချင်တာတော့စေ့မြန်မာ San Francisco ကနေပြီးတော့ Cambodia Consular ရုံးကို open letter to Cambodia အတွက်ပြောကြားပေးဖို့ဝန်မကြီးကိုဖိတ်ခေါ်ပါတယ်
This is to Kim Chat Hout, to the Consul General of the Kingdom of Cambodia. Dear Consul General, we are members of Save Myanmar United States, a coalition of nationwide Burmese American activists dedicated to bringing democracy and civilian rule to Myanmar. As such, we are deeply appalled by the recent reports of the Cambodia Prime Minister Hun Sen's meeting with Wanam Maung Win, an illegitimate military coup council representative at the Peace Palace in Phnom Penh on December 7th. To us and to those who have lost friends and loved ones in the Myanmar junta's post-coup crackdowns, this meeting amounts to a head of state's recognition of an illegal group that has committed mass murders and war crimes against its own people. Hun Sen himself has been ruling the country with the iron fist since 1985, which doesn't align with democratic values. Therefore, we will use our collective US-based advocacy to demand that ASEAN revoke Cambodia's upcoming chairmanship of the association. In October, ASEAN leaders have, in our view, rightly excluded Myanmar coup's leaders Min Aung Hlaing from the summit of the Southeast Asian leaders. Myanmar's coup leaders have not compiled with any of the 5-point plan outlined by ASEAN in April 2021. Instead, it has increased the use of violence against activists, refused to hold dialogues with opposition, refused to allow an ASEAN envoy to visit the country, and hindered humanitarian aid with accelerated military operations. Cambodia's recent meeting with the junta representative is a betrayal to the ASEAN Charter, which spells out member states' commitment to the principles of democracy, the rule of law, and good governance, and respect for and protection and promotion of human rights. By rewarding the Myanmar junta with bilateral talks, soon after it has sentenced its democratically elected civilian leader, Aung San Suu Kyi, Cambodia has further tarnished ASEAN's reputation after this act of impunity. The coup led by Min Aung Hlaing has destabilized not only Myanmar, but the entire region. The People's Civilian and Disobedience Campaign and resistance will continue. Wider regional projects such as China's One Belt and One Road initiative have no chance of success without the general public support in Myanmar. We wish to see our homeland Myanmar become peaceful and prosperous as a worthy addition to ASEAN, but we do not believe this can happen until ASEAN stops supporting authoritarian governments and dictatorial leaders in the region and frees itself from China's imperialistic ambition. If Cambodia wishes to help bring regional stability as the next ASEAN chairman, it must work with the national unity government, representing the people's will, as expressed in Myanmar's free and fair election of November 2020. It must use its political influence and diplomatic pressure to force the Myanmar junta to relinquish its illegitimate hold on power. And it can do so without consorting with the representatives of a murderous regime. Signed, Save Myanmar United States and Los Angeles Myanmar Movement, LA2M.
Thank you. ဆက်လက်ပြီးတော့ကျွန်တော်ဖိတ်ခေါ်ချင်တာကတော့ဦးကိုကိုလေးဖြစ်ပါတယ်။ Save Myanmar San Francisco ကဦးကိုကိုလေးကိုဖိတ်ခေါ်ချင်ပါတယ်။
Máy gà đào em, không có gạo. Alo nghe, đó đi đâu đây, nhiều là hơi. Đó đi đâu đây, nhiều là hơi. Đó tay nó đây, nhiều là hơi. Generation đây, nhiều là hơi. Bama must be free. Bama must be free. Bama must be free. Freedom, justice, democracy. Bama must be free. Freedom, justice, democracy. Bama must be free. Freedom, justice, democracy. What do we want? Where do we want it? What do we want? Where do we want it? Hello, man. Go down there. LA, San Francisco, Arizona, Ego Monomania, hello. Jedu de Mare, Jerona me Cocoleva, San Francisco, San Francisco, Pipare, Shima, Dokobi, ABSDF, Pueblo, say Anna Chilego, the Nanaka, Yene DJ Maro, no low in it, say Anna Chile, yes, always a quello, put the boy up, select I go in it up today. Yene, Gerardo Dima, Cambodia Constellation, Sandala Dare, Chawi Shibari. My Mount Chawi, Sandala Dare Sura. The Cambodia Windy Loyaho, Lowa Sanchi, Chongchabo, Nagera Pide. Number 2, General Dine Disingama, the Long Beach, Los Angeles, Sandapia Mobau. General, American Binodu, the Charles State Dema Pite, Washington DC, New York, Sierra, Massachusetts, Elima Shidare. Jerome Monomare, Alawa, Eki, Lengi, Sanabia, Joko Dine, Sanabia, Jamio, Flores, Cambodia, Winji, Husana, General, Winji, General Dangaya, Winji, Wana, Malengo, သူ့အိမ်တော်ကိုဖိတ်ကြားပြီးတွေ့ဆုံတာဖြစ်တယ်ဝန်ထမ်းမောင်နှင်ဆိုတော့ဘာကောင်းလဲလူသက်သမားမင်းအွန်လိုင်းအဖွဲ့ကဗမာပြည်မှာကဘာကြီးမှာဘယ်သူမှမလုပ်တဲ့လူသက်မတိန်ချင်းပြည်သူကိုတတ်နေတဲ့မင်းအွန်လိုင်းအဖွဲ့ကနိုင်ငံသားရေးဝန်ကြီးကိုပြစ်ဖိတ်ပြီးတော့သူ့အိမ်တော်မှာတွေ့ခဲ့တယ်အလုံးဝမပြောချင်ဘူးကြောက်တော့အလုံးမဟုတ်ဘူးမပြောဘူးမင်းတို့နိုင်ငံအတွက်မင်းတို့ဘယ်ကောင်ကိုပဲခေါ်ခေါ်ဘယ်လိုကြီးစိုးဝဲသားပဲခွေးပဲခေါ်ခေါ်ငါတို့အလုံးမဟုတ်ဘူးငါတို့ပြောချင်တာဟာဒါရီမကဘူးလာမယ့် January လမှာမင်းအောင်လရှိကိုဟူဆန်ကတော့လည်းမှာဖြစ်တယ်ဟူဆန်ကအာဆီယံချန်ပီယံရှစ်ကိုယူပြီးတဲ့နောက်မှာဗမာပြည်တော့လေတယ်ဆိုတာစစ်အာဏာရှင်အချင်းချင်းကဲထုတ်ပြီးတော့ရေစိုးဝဲသားမင်းအောင်လိုင်းဖွဲ့ကိုလူရသွင်းဖို့ကြိုးစားတယ်လို့ဖြစ်တယ်ဒီအတွက်တော့ကျုပ်တို့ဟာတက်တက်သားသားစံချီရှုပ်ချဖို့အတွက်ကိုဒီကိုလာခဲ့တာဖြစ်တယ်တော့ပြည်သူတွေညီရလားဟဲ့တော့ပြည်လာတယ်ညီရလားဟဲ့အဲ့ဒီတဲ့ကြောင့်ကျုပ်တို့ရဲ့လုပ်နေတဲ့အချက်တွေကယနေ့တနေ့မဟုတ်ပါဘူးယနေ့ဟူဆန်ကအာဏာရှင်သူ့ကိုယ်ကမ္ဘောဒီးယားမှာသူ့ပြည်သူတွေကိုတတ်ခဲ့တယ်ယနေ့တရုတ်ပြည်ကွန်မြူနစ်ပါတီရဲ့ရုပ်သေးဖြစ်တဲ့ဟူဆန်ကဗမာပြည်အရေးကိုဝင်ရောက်ဆွတ်ဖက်တယ်အာဆီယံမှာ consensus အဖွဲ့ဝင်အားလုံးကတညီတညွတ်တည်းဆုံးဖြတ်ထားခဲ့တဲ့မင်းအောင်လိုင်းကိုခေါ်မသွင်းရေးကိစ္စကိုစက်ကျင်ပြီးသူကအာဏာရှင်ကိုအာဆီယံစည်းဝေးမှာခေါ်သွင်းတယ်လို့ပြောတာကိုအာဆီယံကောင်းဆောင်တွေပေါင်းတာတွေလက်လက်ရေးလိုက်တာကိုခြေထောက်နဲ့ဖျက်လိုက်တာနဲ့အတူတူပဲဖြစ်ဒီအတွက်ကြောင့်ဟူဆန်ရဲ့လုပ်ရက်ကိုရှုံချဖို့အတွက်ကျုပ်တို့ဒီကိုလာခဲ့တာဖြစ်တယ်ဟူဆန်အစိုးရကြဆုံးစေရမယ်ကမ္ဘောဒီးယားအစိုးရကြဆုံးစေရမယ်ကျွန်တော်တို့ကမ္ဘောဒီးယားပြည်သူတွေအသက်ရှင်ရမယ်သူတို့ရဲ့စံတန်းနဲ့ပြည်စုံနေရမယ် Here's a few people non-Burmese speaker in here I will speak a little bit more in English so sorry for speaking my language Burmese language တော့ပြည်သူတွေညီရလားဟဲ့မကြားရဘူးလေတော့ပြည်သူတွေညီရလားဟဲ့တော့ပြည်သူတွေညီရလားဟဲ့တော့တိုင်းလူတွေညီရလားဟဲ့ Okay, Cambodia Prime Minister Hun Sen invited Manam Mauli, Foreign Minister of Burmese military terrorist group. Not only that, he will visit to Burma in January. Hun Sen's behavior has proved that Hun Sen is a puppet of Chinese Communist Party, isn't it? Yeah. Hun Sen's behavior shows his dictator brotherhood with Myanmar Online. Let me share some of the points from long list of Myanmar criminal list. Since February coup, more than 1,300 citizens were murdered by Myanmar security forces. More than 380 villages were burned down in Burma. Originally, there were almost 400,000 refugees in Burma. After military coup, another over 300,000 refugees gained and end up in refugee camps inside and border area. That is why, let me tell you clearly this. Primary group involved. I will tell you that clearly again. Burmese army is the largest terrorist group in the world. Hi everyone. It is a time to show international solidarity of our people of Asia. We must demand all ASEAN member countries to revoke the Cambodia chairmanship in ASEAN. Do you agree that? Yes. We all ASEAN member countries to revoke the Cambodia chairmanship in ASEAN. Do you agree that? Yes. There you go. Keep Myanmar terrorist group out of ASEAN. And then respect the will of the people of Burma. National Unity Government, NUG, only one legitimate government in Burma and work with our Burmese ambassador to ASEAN. Upolakin. Thank you so much for all of. Thank you, sir. Burma must be beef. Freedom, justice, democracy. Cambodia must be free. Freedom, justice, democracy. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. Okay, I'd like to invite the Mighty Alliance representative. Mr. Ken Wu, please forward. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. How's it going today? Looks like a lot of people. My name is Ken Wu. I'm here representing the Milk Tea Alliance of Los Angeles. I'm a board member, and I'm also a member of the Taiwanese American community. Anybody from Taiwan here today? Raise your hand. And also, I have a special message for you. I don't have, in fact, today I just want to come and participate in this rally, so I can't really have a really catchy slogan with me. I didn't really have all that prepared. In fact, I just got to know that I'm the only board member that showed up because everybody else out of the country. You know, they work hard, they study hard. These young kids, they need to relax. So it's up to the older people like us to come in and show support. But the story I want to share with you guys is yesterday, the entire Taiwanese American community, actually, they're probably still sleeping right now because we stayed up all night. Why did we stay up all night yesterday? Because something really big happened in Taiwan last night in Asia. In Taiwan, if you read the news, if you actually care about Taiwan, there's a big referendum that went on. What's a referendum? It's when people get together, democratically vote for something they care about, whether or not they want to go for it or not. There are 4 big issues in Taiwan that need to be decided by the people last night. One is whether or not in little tiny Taiwan island we should continue to build a nuclear power plant. We all know what happened to Japan not too long ago. Okay, so this is a big issue. Second issue, should we continue to build a pipeline that will give the clean natural gas to the power plant so they can continue to produce clean energy? Yes, that's another issue. The third issue is whether or not we should have referendum tied to election in the future. And the fourth issue is whether or not they should import pork from the United States with reciprocity. So you might be thinking, oh my God, these are like tiny issues, little issues. What's happening in Burma, what's happening in Cambodia is far more serious. There's a lot of people dying. There's a lot of people getting killed by the military junta. Why is Taiwanese people care about this? Why? Because we have a democracy. Okay, and I brought my daughter here. These are our future. These are the people that's going to defend the democracy after we successfully achieve. And Sarah, can you tell them what democracy means?
People rule.
People rule. That's what democracy means. The reason why we're here today in front of the Cambodian consulate is because they don't respect that. When Burmese are getting killed, what did the Prime Minister from Cambodia do? He does nothing. Oh, Myanmar is our friend. We're not going to say anything to them. But is the Burmese government right now elected by the people? No, they took the power by force. You guys just happen to have an election, you got a president, great. Guess what? The military comes in and say, you know what? Forget you. We're going to now take over. And is that democracy? No. That's not democracy. And Taiwan is actually, if you knew, U.S. just had a democracy summit recently, right? He invited 110 representatives from different democracies to meet together and then go over 3 things. 1 is to promote human rights, important. 2 is to fight corruption. And 3 is to fight tyranny, fight authoritarian governments. Any of the countries today, Burma or Cambodia, gets invited to the summit? Anybody? No. And we hope to see you there one day, just like Taiwan. And this is the reason why people from Taiwan joined what we call the Milk Tea Alliance. I'm sorry it took a long introduction to get to this point, but because the people of Taiwan, we got to where we are today with help from other countries, with help from our international friends. And we want to now extend that help to other Asian countries and ASEAN nations. And this is the reason why Thailand, Burmese, Hong Kong, Taiwan joined together and formed what we call the Milk Tea Alliance LA today. And this is the reason why I'm here and going to read a statement from Milk Tea Alliance, and that would conclude our presence today. We, the Milk Tea Alliance Los Angeles, want to express our resolute solidarity with the people of Burma. The Alliance stands behind you in full support of your quest for democracy and unequivocally condemns all those who seek to hinder it. We strongly believe that dictatorships possess no place in this world. We believe that they should not be accorded any legitimacy or recognition. Unfortunately, this belief was betrayed when the Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Sen decided to pay a visit to Burmese military junta while they held the people hostage. We are concerned that diplomatic visits such as these imply that these countries are willing to turn a blind eye to the February 1st coup and the human rights atrocities that followed. We're concerned that these visits that imply that the brutal massacre and devastation of the people's livelihood are overlooked. As we are well aware, thousands of people were arrested, tortured, mutilated, raped, or killed. Regional allies, especially the ASEAN and the rest of the international community, must actively help Burma. More than merely their words, they must realize that they have an important role to play. That is to help the people of Burma within their fights for democracy. And this can come in economic pressure, which would cripple the military junta's funding sources, or through diplomatic means, which would deny the junta the legitimacy it craves. If the regional allies and the rest of the international communities can hold the line, the junta will eventually topple over. It is therefore unacceptable that the Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Sen chose to do the opposite by choosing to visit Burma at this critical time when the people are fighting for their freedom. The people of Burma need their regional allies to help, and paying a visit such as this will be a step to the wrong direction. Instead, Cambodia should help and lead the charge to free the people of Burma from oppression. And that was the statement from KLA. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Kim Woo. Continuously, may I invite you, Ms. Linda from Cambodia, to read the statement. Thank you. Please forward.
Thank you. How many Cambodians are here? Cambodians! Thank you for coming, everybody, and thank you, Cambodians, for being here. Come on over. Come on over. Thank you. My name is Linda Oh. I am Cambodian American. I am here to represent Cambodian. I also here to represent CNOP America. Okay. Okay. Thank you for giving me the platform. I am here to say no more dictatorship in ASEAN. Yeah. Hun Sen is a dictatorship. He is a dictator, and he did not represent Cambodia and ASEAN during his visit to Burma. Hun Sen has been in power for over 36 years in Cambodia. Endless record of human rights abuses and record election, which means Cambodia, he has no respect for democracy. Hun Sen regime did not represent the Cambodian people. Hun Sen planned to meet with Myanmar military leader Min Aung Hlaing only to benefit himself. He did not represent Cambodian and ASEAN. The Hun Sen and his regime repeatedly used violence against peaceful protests, arrested human rights defenders, journalists,
killing in Cambodia. Together, we all fight to end impunity in Cambodia and Myanmar. Together, we need to find justice for backstage killing in Cambodia and Myanmar. Again, Hun Sen is a dictatorship and he did not represent Cambodia and ASEAN.
We agree there.
Hun Sen, with endless dictatorship, with endless records of human rights abuses and rigged election in Cambodia, Hun Sen is a dictator with no respect to human rights and democracy in Cambodia. Therefore, Hun Sen does not represent Cambodia or ASEAN at all. No more dictatorship in ASEAN.
No more dictatorship in Asia.
No more dictatorship.
No more dictatorship.
Freedom. Democracy. Justice.
Justice.
Freedom.
Freedom.
Democracy.
Democracy.
Justice.
Justice.
Long live freedom.
Long live freedom.
Democracy.
Democracy.
And justice. Short live dictatorship.
Dictatorship.
Long live
Long live
freedom.
freedom.
Democracy.
Democracy.
And justice.
Justice.
At the end, again, Hun Sen is a dictatorship and he does not represent Cambodian or ASEAN.
Not at all.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Cambodian leader. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Linda and Cambodia friend. Thank you so much for your strong statement. Okay. ဆလမီကျွန်တော်တို့ကျေးဇူးတင်စကားပြောကြပေးရင်ကိုမောင်ကြီးကပြပါပါတယ်ကျေးဇူးတင်ပါတယ် Thank you Cambodia and Cambodia and thank you from Arizona thank you from San Diego thank you from San Francisco and thank you Los Angeles So ကျွန်တော်တို့ဝေးပြီးပါပြီနော်အဲ့တော့ကျွန်တော်ကိုလာတက်ပြီးတဲ့ဟိုက San Diego က Arizona က San Francisco ကဒီ Long Beach က Cambodia တကယ်ချင်းတွေမိတ်ဆွေတွေကျွန်တော်တို့အင်္ဂလိပ်ပြောကမိတ်ဆွေတွေအားလုံးကိုကျေးဇူးတင်ပါတယ်ကျွန်တော်တို့အတမတိတ်သေးပါဘူးကျွန်တော်တို့မလိတ်သေးပါဘူးဒီလိုလေးကျွန်တော်တို့အနေနဲ့အများကြီးရှိပါတယ်ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီမေးဒီမှာတယ်လက်ဆက်နေပါတယ်တယ်လက်တက်နေပါတယ်ဒီမှာဒီလိုကျွန်တော်တို့အမေရိကန်တော့အထောက်ပံ့တော့အဲ့ဒီတော့လုပ်နေပါတယ်ဘာလို့ဒီလိုလုပ်နေပါလဲတယ်လက်တော့နေနေကြနေပါတယ်အဲ့ဒီတော့ဒီနေ့ဒီအားလုံးဒီပါတယ်လမ်းထောင်နေတယ်ဘိုင်ဘယ်ကိုနေတယ်ဘာလို့လုပ်နေလဲတော့ဒီတဲ့ဒီနေအတားပြည့်ကျွန်တော်တို့ပါတယ်အားလုံးဒီပါတယ်တော့ thank you yeah
Chaជំរាបសួរបងប្អូននេះនៅ live CNRP America យើងមកចូលរួមធ្វើបាតកម្មជាមួយបងប្អូននៅភូមិចាបងជួយដែរចាខ្ញុំបងចាខ្ញុំសម្លេងមកនៅទីក្រុងឡងវិញចាហើយបងមកនេះមានវត្តមានមានកាយហើយដែរថ្ងៃនេះយើងមកគ្រប់គ្រងបាតកម្មនៃរលជាតាមជួយនៅភូមិនិងនៅកម្មខ្មែរដែរចាចាបើយើងមានkiaគាត់ជាស្រុកចិត្តខាងរបស់កម្ពុជាខ្មែរយើងយ៉ាងហើយ
សូមតបមក
ស្រុកគាត់ហើយនឹងយើងរងទង្វើអយុត្តិធម៌ហើយនឹងត្រូវការស្រែកឃ្លាននៃលទ្ធិប្រជាធិបតេយ្យចឹងហើយពួកយើង the same thing ចឹងហើយយើងក៏បងប្អូនខ្មែរជនរួមជាតិនៅទីក្រុងឡងបិចគាត់ប៉ុន្តែគាត់នឹងជនជាតិខ្មែរអាមេរិកកាំងដែរប៉ុន្តែគាត់មិនដែលភ្លេចប្រទេសជាតិយើងទេចាចឹងហើយពួកយើងមកទាមទាររលទ្ធិជាតិទៅផ្នែកឯកភាពជូនប្រទេសកម្ពុជាយើងហើយយើងមកថ្ងៃនេះយើងចង់បានថាយើងអត់ចង់បានជនផ្ដាច់ការទេចាចង់ផ្ដាច់ការនៅអាស៊ានចាមិនចាំថាស្រុកខ្មែរទេសូម្បីតែថៃលាវមានពួកយើងគ្រប់គ្រងចឹងហើយឥឡូវយើងបានមានមិត្តដើម្បីរួមកិច្ចការគ្នាធ្វើទាមទាររលទ្ធិជាតិសប្តាហ៍ចាជំរាបសួរបងប្អូនយើងចង់ឲ្យថាធ្វើបាតកម្មនេះចាយើងមកថ្ងៃនេះដើម្បីជួយនិយាយថាយើងអត់ត្រូវការជនផ្ដាច់ការទេចាហើយជនផ្ដាច់ការនៅអាស៊ានទេចាលោកហ៊ុនសែនហើយនឹងមេយោធានៅក្នុងជួបគ្នាចាហើយយើងអត់ចង់បានជនផ្ដាច់ការពីរនាក់ទេដែលជួបគ្នានៅអាស៊ាននឹងចាបងប្អូនយើងមកថាយើងអត់ត្រូវការហ៊ុនសែនហើយដើម្បីតំណាងឲ្យកម្ពុជាចាយើងមិនបានចង់ទេចាបងប្អូនចាអរគុណបងចាមានថ្ងៃនេះមានខ្មែរយើងច្រើនជាងភូមិទៀតចាខ្មែរដល់ចា Thank you ចាមុននឹងចប់សូមអរគុណដែលបានទស្សនា live របស់យើងខ្ញុំហើយសុខភាពល្អទាំងអស់គ្នាចាអរគុណ Merry Christmas ចាខ្ញុំ Tommy ចាថ្ងៃនេះយើងមកជួយមកធ្វើបាតកម្មជាមួយបងប្អូននៅភូមិយើងបាននាំគ្នាស្ដែកថាលោកហ៊ុនសែនជាជនផ្ដាច់ការហើយលោកមិនតំណាងឲ្យប្រទេសកម្ពុជាហើយនឹងអាស៊ានទេដូច្នេះហើយយើងមកជួយបាតកម្មគ្នាថ្ងៃនេះភាសាអង់គ្លេសថា no more dictatorship in ASEAN Hun Sen is a dictator and he does not represent Cambodia and ASEAN ចាដូច្នេះហើយបងប្អូននៅភូមិនៅតៃវ៉ាន់
Democracy ASEAN Democracy ASEAN အာဏာရှင်စနစ်ပြောက်ချရေးအာဏာရှင်စနစ်ပြောက်ချရေးဖန်တီးထားတဲ့ကောင်းတော်များဖန်တီးထားတဲ့ကောင်းတော်များဖန်တီးထားတဲ့ကျောင်းတော်များဖန်တီးထားတဲ့ကျောင်းတော်များဖန်တီးထားတဲ့ပြည်သူများဖန်တီးထားတဲ့ပြည်သူများဒုက္ခမကြီးကဘယ်သူလဲဟဲ့ဒုက္ခမကြီးကဘယ်သူလဲဟဲ့စစ်အာဏာယူမင်းအောင်လိုက်ဖက်စစ်စစ်တပ်ပြစ်ပြဖက်စစ်စစ်တပ်ပြစ်ပြဘာလာလို့ခွဲတာတော့ပြီးအောင်ဘာလာလို့ခွဲရဘာလာလို့ခွဲတာတရားကြည်ရင်အစတာတရားကြည်ရင်ပုံစံတာမြန်မာပြည်မှာညီနောင်များမြန်မာပြည်မှာညီနောင်များSay Silence! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
You want it? And this?